Evening, everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Rad Hazard, and for those of you who do know who I am, my name is actually Daniel. This is a non-kayfabe video that I'm posting just for a little while in order to get everyone's head in check on what's going on in backyard wrestling world right now. As I'm sure many of you noticed, I threw out a video last week, a promo for my character, talking about pretty much a new direction of where he's going, going from just smirky, egotistical heel into full-blown, I'm gonna destroy backyard wrestling, super anti-death heel guy. And that has a big storyline to it. We're gonna roll into that as we go along. A lot of people thought that that was legit. Certain aspects of the promo was legit. Rhea Calloway was my girlfriend. She did break up with me. Now, saying that really sucked. That's dumbing it down as much as you possibly can, is to say that sucked. It was terrible for me. That's why I made the video. I made the video in order to kind of get all my frustrations out in a positive way other than sitting around moping. That's what I did. And for those of you who saw it for what it was, which is what I just explained, thank you very much for enjoying it. And thank you very much for giving me that props that you have. So thank you so much for that. Now, for those of you who have gone a little further than that and have sent out perhaps threats to Rhea Calloway over MySpace, over YouTube, perhaps even over GBYWN, come on, guys. It's just backyard wrestling. Don't get that much into it. I understand that you know where I'm coming from. You know how I feel about all this. It's crappy. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't, you know, at certain points you don't even know if you have emotions anymore. I understand that. But Rhea Calloway and I, unlike most people who break up, are still best friends. We hang out all the time still. It's still very good. We have a great relationship still. Okay? I hung out with her just this morning. Got some Starbucks and it was a good time. We went bowling a couple days ago. We have a bowling regimen. Every Saturday we go bowling, we throw our wrestling names on the screen, and we just have a good time. She's still my best friend. I'm still her best friend. So, throwing threats out there, calling her names, telling her what she's done and how she's hurt me, she knows. She knows, okay? She knows. Let it go, okay? Because it only makes things worse. That's all I'm going to say for that. Secondly, in my promo I said I was going to destroy Battleborn Wrestling. Well, my character, Rad Hazard, will try to destroy Battleborn Wrestling. Will he succeed? I don't know, but for now, Battleborn Wrestling is still alive. It's still running. All of you BBW champions, you're still our champions. You're still the regional champions, national champions, and world champions. We're still expanding, and we're still running shows. I know there hasn't been a numbered event in a while. That is because of certain things that have come up. And I don't really know if I have the patience to make a 2.5-hour special every 3 weeks anymore. I mean, you know, I just don't know if I have the heart. I really don't. So what I've decided to do instead, this was my plan all along, to have 10 numbered events and then start running a weekly show. Well, after this whole breakup, after all these problems I've had, all these threats, and all the support I've been getting too. A lot of people have been messaging me, for everyone from people on GBYWN, people from virtually every Fed out there has at least said something to me. And for that, I'm forever in your debt. Because without that, I would probably be like in a hospital right now. But for because of all of this, because of everything that's happened, there's no way I can make 3 more 2.5-hour events and throw them up there. At least not as soon as I'd like to. I want to get back up to this week's stuff. Battleborn Wrestling, especially on the Visual Devastation channel, has always been running behind. The event that aired usually actually is uploaded weeks, at one point even months after it aired or was filmed live or whatever you want to call it in kayfabe. I don't want that anymore. I want it to be maybe a week behind, just so I can keep up with everyone else's stuff and make our stuff relevant to them. So what we're going to do is we're scrapping the numbered events. BBW Lucky number 7 was our last one. 4 weeks after BBW Lucky number 7 was kayfabe aired, we are going to start BBW Collateral. BBW Collateral will be our weekly show. So we're starting with our May 10th edition. We're going to retroactively go back, start with May 10th. No, not May 10th, is it? May, June. Yeah, May 10th. May 10th, and we're going to go every Sunday from there, and hopefully we'll air enough episodes to we'll get to here in July very quickly. This format, outside of the 2.5-hour shows we had every 3 weeks, will be only maybe 20, maybe if it's a really big match, 30 minutes. We're going to do a lot more advertising for the feds. We're gonna have one match every week. It'll either be a match here from Vegas, from BBW Prime or Sin City Wrestling, one of those, or it'll be from another fed that also ran their show that Sunday. You remember when Vince McMahon did the simulcast from Nitro and Raw? That's a great idea for a kayfabe in Backyard Wrestling. So if you air your show on Sunday and you say this event aired on Sunday on your kayfabe, we can do a simulcast for BBW Collateral, throw it that match, just the match, not the whole event, just one match on the BBW Collateral, and say, here you go, simulcast, and your match will be on there, and a lot of people will see it as where not as many people will check out BBW Presents all the time. BBW Collateral, I'm hoping, will be the big deal for everyone. Another thing we're going to do, I'm probably going to have to restart the rankings, or just go with the champion rankings. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with that yet. There's just so many wrestlers now in the Alliance. It's like something near 200 people. And to rank 200 people on a weekly basis is just going to be very daunting. We might have to do the rankings to once a month, or just not do the rankings at all, which I want to have some sort of rankings. I want everyone to feel like they have a motivation to be here. Even from the smallest jobber and the smallest fed in our alliance to the biggest fed with the biggest champion. Everyone should feel like there's a purpose to be in Battleborn Wrestling. That's what I believe. And hopefully we'll continue that with either a ranking or something. That's for BBW Collateral. We will also be airing for Collateral. We'll have a little news segment for upcoming storylines for your feds. You've got to send them to me. Send them to me. Say, hey, this guy just won his belt. This guy just betrayed that guy. These guys formed a faction. And I'll throw it onto that week's edition of Collateral. Even better would be promos. If you have a hype video for your show, an upcoming show, especially if you have a promo. Your guy just won his belt. He has a promo. We're going to throw it on the BBW Collateral. Why not? He advertises some upcoming show. He's going to wrestle some guy. Throw it on the BBW Collateral. Everyone knows. This is supposed to be a advertising machine for the Alliance. The numbered events were really to establish certain wrestlers, establish titles. That was really what the point was. If you remember, there were so many tournaments and there were so many belts being defended and won, and that was the whole point, just to kind of have a ground for the house to sit on. Now we have that. BBW Collateral will keep rolling with that, and it will be a weekly show. Hopefully I'll be starting to air those sometime next week, at the latest 2 weeks. I really hope it's not 2 weeks though, because these are supposed to be very easy to make.